could have made a lot more. And that's when my friend goes, you know what's good? I know somebody that's minting or that's mining ether in New York, and he has rigs, and he
So
has
you've
rigs.
exited two businesses at this point.
I've exited. I've done my exit. I got money. I got investment money. I can go do something. So I fly out with him to New York, and the guy's like, "Look, I got 6, 7 rigs set up. I could build 3 more, but I don't have any GPUs. Like,
Oh yeah.
I can run 7 GPUs in every rig. So I get on the grind and I go online and I start. This is 2018, right? In 2019, I start, going crazy for these GPUs. We ended up spending like, I don't know, like $40,000 on
Do you
just
know what they
G.
were at the time? Because now they're at like 3090, so they must have been way lower back then because
These
they move
were
fast.
these were like, I don't know. I think these were like 1060s or something. I was buying them at $540 a piece at like 50, 100 at a time.
Jesus Christ.
Because that's the only way you could do it. You reach out to these wholesalers and they only work with businesses, right? So I
Yeah.
registered my moving company, was still under my name as a business for these GPUs. They're like, "How are you using these in the moving industry?" I was like, "No, I have a miner in the back of my moving office which pays for all my employees."
Jeez, you're making stuff up as you go.
So they got me access to all these GPUs. We ordered a whole bunch, had a bunch of rigs, and then I flew out to New York again to find a location where we could set up the rigs for cheap electricity, right? So what we were gonna do is we were gonna like bite electricity of like like some big factory. What we wanted to do was pull up like a little trailer, like at the end, like right outside a gate of a big factory, and connect to their like pole or something to their meter. It was just a bunch of stupid ideas, shit. Shit you could get like in a lot of trouble for. And eventually we found a place, we found a business that was paying, relatively, it was huge business and it was paying relatively little for electricity. And we figured that in order for us to be profitable on mining, we had to spend less than 19 cents a kilowatt on electricity, and we were spending like 18. So we were profitable, and then, we were profitable maybe for, I'd say, about 6 months until it just became too expensive to mine, and it's just the price of Ethereum was rising so quick that you would make more money just buying Ethereum and holding it than you would sitting there and mining it. So all that money that I have in these
Gotcha.
rigs, what we did, we called up everybody we knew, like, "Oh, you want to mine? I got a rig for sale. What am I?" And so we flipped
Yeah.
10 rigs at 5,000 a rig, at 4,600 a rig. We flipped them, and then we were left also with like 80 or 90 of these GPUs. We sold them all, and everything we had, my partner and I, we invested into crypto. We bought a bunch of altcoins, and we bought ourselves a subscription to the Palm Beach Confidential. I don't know if you know what that is.
I
Look
don't.
them
What
up.
is that?
So the Palm Beach Confidential is like it's a group that employs Tika Tawari. I don't know if you know who he is. Tika, he's one of the biggest names in crypto when it comes to actually doing research and going to these conferences and talking to the big boys and talking to the owners and people behind them. And he just gets a lot of good info. And the subscription to Palm Beach Confidential, I remember, was $5,000 up front, and then it was I think 500 or 400 monthly, something like that. And they give you access to their portfolio, to what they buy, to what they hold, what they're selling, what they're planning. So I remember their portfolio had like Syndicator, Cardano, like a whole bunch of altcoins that were like
Yeah.
2,000%, 4,000%. So I bought about $25,000 worth of alts. No Bitcoin, zero Bitcoin, no
Just
Bitcoin at
alt.
all, just alts. And within I'd say maybe 3 months, it was at over a quarter million,
Okay.
right? So with it. This
So at
is
this point, this is your 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your fourth. This is your fourth win in a row in terms of business.
this is my fourth win in a row. But not all businesses were wins, right? Because I was getting out of them, feeling like I lost, like it didn't go where I wanted it to go. So
Like holding a runner.
they didn't